Sorry, y'all. Realized my Apple Watch was actually dead. So we're just gonna charge it while we do cardio. Feels so weird without my Apple Watch. Oh well. Show must go on. We'll let it charge for 10 minutes and we'll put it on because I don't know. I like having my watch on when I'm training. And then I have a nail appointment. Sorry, y'all. Trying to light this incense. Light this incense. The ambiance going in here for myself. I do need to get an incense holder for the garage, but I'm just gonna use a piece of aluminum foil today. Y'all, I'm new to this streaming stuff. I don't acknowledge nothing weird. Start's only delayed because we're waiting for the Apple Watch to charge for 10 minutes, so. But we got the incense going. Sunday morning. It's a Sunday morning. Get up. Get motivated. Let's burn some calories. Let's get some sweat going. Let's just move our bodies. I'm finally back on a regular schedule. Like I said, new to the streaming stuff. So if you want to check me out and see what I'm about, I have some videos up on my page already. So yeah. I'm gonna be stretching off camera. Yeah. Let's get up. Let's get motivated. Let's do this. Let's welcome the spring in the right way. I know I was crazy busy during the winter time. Still feels like winter. But we're in March. It's spring and it's time to get moving. I don't care how busy you are, you can give yourself 20 minutes to an hour every day to move your body if you want. That could be lifting, that could be walking, that could be cardio, stationary cardio, that could be HIIT, whatever. Get up and move your body. And hydrate. Now I want to go to the gym too. Get up and go to the gym. We're good, Tony. Get up and go to the gym. I got a nail appointment. So we're gonna knock this cardio out. Shower, freshen up, start the day. Get the nail appointment done. The plan is to go over my research paper and do some editing while I'm getting my pedicure. So we'll see how far we get with that, but it's Sunday. It's about being intentional. So you said you were gonna do 2 things today. Do those 2 things, knock it out. I promise that'll do more for your mental health than anything. It'll give you that dopamine spike you really, really need. And that's what you need. You're not always gonna have the motivation, but you should always have that discipline. You said you was gonna knock out a few things, just go knock it out. And don't feel like you gotta be in a rush. And if you can not only knock out 2 of those 5 things you said you were gonna do, that's still a win. You still have the next day, God willing, to knock out the rest. So the key is to keep moving and to do something. So I'm just rambling because we went on this Apple Watch to charge. So the goal for today was, or is, to knock out an hour of cardio on this bike. I myself am getting back into it, so I don't know. Hop on y'all bikes with me. Hop on your bike. Hop on your cardio equipment with me, and let's get conditioned together. Let's get our cardiovascular back intact, back up to par. Our cardiovascular health back up to par. So That's what we're gonna be doing. It's not about perfection. It's about doing what we said we was gonna do. So today I owe an hour of cardio. So we're gonna get it. So we got cardio, we got a nail appointment, we got research paper editing. I need to expand some sections in my research paper. I have an application to submit. Ooh. I actually have two things to submit. Um, by tonight, by midnight tonight. So we have plenty of time to get it done. I had already been working on it. I'm constantly working on it. So this is just me having a routine. So I figure instead of strolling while I'm getting my nails done like I normally do, and I mean, I should use it to relax, but for me, being a student, researching my paper, making sure that I am producing something that I can be proud of, that actually relaxes me. I'm focused while I'm doing it, and so it's relaxing. So that actually does more for my mental health than scrolling on social media. Will I take a break? Sure. Um, but knowing that I'm constantly working on it, working with my professors, and improving my research, that's what's been really putting me in a really good mental health space, a really good mental space in general. Um, Mind you, this is something that I'm choosing to do, but you should still be able to ground yourself and create systems for whatever it is that you choose to do. So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So if you said you was gonna study for an hour today, study. If you said you were gonna work out for an hour today, work out for an hour. If you said we were gonna walk for an hour, walk for an hour. Walking is actually really, really good for you. It's good for your entire body. It's a complete body workout. It's a total body workout. Full body workout. Walking is a full body workout. It triggers all the muscles in your body, all the movement in your body. It's super duper core stabilizing. So I 100% endorse walking. So walk for an hour, move. If you haven't trained, if you feel like you don't know where to start, walk. Literally walk for an hour. Put some music on, put a YouTube video on. I don't know. Whatever it is you got to do. If you don't want any music, go out in nature and move your body for an hour. That's always a good place to start. You don't have to go super hard in the gym. You don't have to go to a gym at all. Just go find somewhere to walk. If you got a treadmill, just zone out for an hour and move your body. It'll thank you. Your body will thank you. Keep an eye on this Apple Watch and the time. Oh. Just stretching, stretching, stretching. Keeping my body warm. like it's getting too smoky in here from this incense. I'm gonna move this. Hopefully it's like not too smoky, but it is cold. Where's my battery at? All right, we just need 20% for the battery. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Shristi. Shout out to Sabah. I don't want to mess up anyone's name, so let me just look it up real quick. I don't want to hear, oh my God, you left me out. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to leave anyone out though. They're my team. My team's gonna be looking at this video like, what the heck? But we got stuff to do. We have things to do. Are y'all up yet? Let's get up. Let's get motivated because we get ready to knock this cardio out. Here's my chat. Sorry, y'all. That's how determined I am to find her name. She's new on the team, so please forgive me. I can't find it. Okay, yeah, so I can't find the name. It's okay. And I just missed my set. Sorry, y'all. First day, first streaming day, mishaps. It is what it is. Shout out to the whole team. That's what I'll say. And shout out to Anthony. That's an inside joke with the team now. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to the entire team. All of the new project managers and analysts and consultants on the team. And creatives on the team. Looking forward to working with y'all. We're getting ready to knock this cardio out. See where that battery at. I feel like we're good. We'll take a sip of water and we're gonna get started. Yep, we are good. We're at 22%. 22% is good enough for me. Get a sip of water and we're gonna get into this cardio. Sorry, y'all, we're gonna add the incense back because the smell, it gives me something to focus on externally. So everyone has like their focus, but the smell of it gives me like something to focus on externally. It's like listening to sounds or what have you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Get smoky in here, just get smoky in here. Um, we're actually starting kind of late, but let's go ahead and get this kicked off. Go ahead and knock out one more set. Get back warm. That's how I get my legs warmed up. So we got our incense back. That'll get us through at least the first 30 minutes, I feel like. First 20, 30 minutes. Which is what you really want. If you're doing an hour of cardio, if you can get through the first 20 minutes of your hour, if you can get through the first 20 minutes of cardio, you can do an hour. I know that sounds crazy. I know that probably feels like the math ain't mathing, but it makes sense. It'll make sense. So just work your way up. You work your way up. So if you can do 20 minutes, then you can do 30 minutes. If you can do 30 minutes, you can do 40 minutes. If you can do 40 minutes, you can do 50 minutes. If you can do 50 minutes, you can do 60 minutes. That's how you work your way up. So don't beat yourself up. Even if you're only able to do 5 minutes on a Stairmaster, come back the next day and you can do 10 minutes. Push yourself to do 7 minutes. Push yourself to do 10 minutes on the third day. And then push yourself to do 10 minutes for 2 days. Then push yourself to do 15 minutes. Then push yourself up to do 20 minutes. But I feel like once you do 10 minutes, you'll be able to knock that 20 minutes out in no time, within a week. So you can quote me on that, actually. Quote me on that. Teacher said it. Tell them teacher said it. So yeah, you can work your way up. If you've never done Stairmaster at all in your life, start with 5 minutes on that Stairmaster. 5 minutes. Make sure you stretch really good. Make sure you hydrate really well. Start with 5 minutes on that Stairmaster, and go lift. Do some lifting. Go do something else. But do 5 minutes on that Stairmaster. Start with 5 minutes. Or on any stationary cardio machine. If you've never done any type of stationary cardio, if you've never done any type of running, anything, any type of rowing, any type of cycling, any type of cardiovascular anything. If you've never sprinted, start with 2 sprints as fast as you can. That's what a sprint is. It's as fast as you can go. So start with as much as you can do and build yourself up a little bit more each day. 1% better each day. It literally works. The method works. But like I said, you can quote me. So we're about to get started. Take another sip of water. Before our incense burns out, I'm actually low on incense. I need to order some more. All right, let's get into this. I feel like y'all can see me. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Set timer for. Hey Siri. or 1 hour? Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. No. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Okay, well, we're just gonna watch the time. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Yes. I'll adjust the camera after my 5-minute warm up. Y'all wake up. It's Sunday. It's the beginning of the week. What they calling it at my job now? Little Monday. That's what Sunday is. They call it Little Monday. I think it's kind of cute. I think it's growing on me. So, y'all get up, get motivated. Little Monday. I challenge you to burn. You know what? I don't even challenge you to burn. We can actually talk while I'm warming up. Once I actually start, I'll probably talk a little less because I get in the zone, but so let's just say you start with 5 minutes of cardio. That's running, that's sprinting, that's rowing, that's cycling, that's Stairmaster. 5 minutes, you want to burn at least 70 calories. If you do 10 minutes of cardio, you want to burn at least 150 calories. If you do 15 minutes of cardio, you want to burn at least 200 to 250 calories. You always want to burn more than the amount of time that you spent doing that cardio. You always want to burn more calories than the amount of time that you spent during. You always want to burn more calories during. Why can't I speak? Am I nervous on this? Am I not used to doing more than one thing at a time? I can feel my heart rate starting to climb. So I'll slow it down. You always want to burn more calories than the time you spend doing the cardio. So if you did 10 minutes of cardio, it's simple. You want to burn at least 120 to 150 calories. Burning 100 is cool. It's 10 minutes, I guess that's even. But if you really want to tap into, if you want to get your heart rate up, if you want to tap into fat burning, that's my 5-minute timer. I'll chat with y'all just for a few more minutes. I forgot where I was. But ten minutes, 100 calories is okay. That's moderate. We're not going to change that. We're not going to minimize that. We're not going to diminish that, at all. That's still a big win. I'm just trying to teach you guys how to actually make your cardio count if you're going to do the cardio. And do it the right way. So you aren't intimidated by the machine. So you aren't intimidated by movement of your body. Your body will go as far as you want it to go. So if you start with 5 minutes, just 5 minutes on Monday, try 10 minutes on Tuesday. Try 15 minutes on Wednesday. Try another 15 minutes on Thursday. And by Friday, you'll be at 20 minutes easily. Probably faster than that, just depending on who you are. Everyone isn't the same, but I know everyone can start at 5 minutes. I don't care about your size, your background, none of that. Your fitness background, how healthy you are, how unhealthy you are, you can start at 5 minutes. I don't care about your age, none of that. You can start at 5 minutes and work your way up. So if you really want that heart rate to climb, your target calorie goal after doing 10 minutes of cardio should be at least 120 to 150 calories burned. And you keep moving up from there. So if you do 20 minutes of cardio, you should be burning at least 250 to 300 calories. That's how you make your cardio count. Now, if you're walking and you're counting steps and things like that, 10,000 steps, that's a full workout. 10,000 steps a day, 7,000 steps, you're tapping into calorie burning right there. You're moving your body constantly. There are different ways to do cardio, but you must be intentional about it. Everyone's not gonna cardio the same way, but you can most definitely get similar results as far as shaping your body, conditioning your body, getting in shape, improving your cardiovascular health. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it all out during the session because I really want to get this cardio in. But I'll definitely continue to chat with you guys and let y'all know what I know. And y'all can ask ChatGPT about that. My little formula, my little theory. You do 20 minutes of cardio, you should be burning at least 250 to 300 calories to make that cardio session count. 20 minutes of cardio is a cardio session. 20 minutes of cardio is a cardio session. And in that cardio session, you want to be burning 250 to at least 300 calories. At least. You can burn more. So if you do 20 minutes of cardio and you only burn 200 calories, like I said, we're not going to dismiss that. That counts. But if that's all you can do, actually, if you do 20 minutes of cardio, start at 200 calories burned. See how you feel. Then start to climb up from that. Try to build your way up. The goal is to build your way up. I had to build my way up and test all of these theories, test all of these formulas, but I know they work. So I'll continue to preach. But yeah, so we're at 11 minutes here, and we burned 122 calories, 125 calories. But I am warming up, I'm just moving. So for me, that's a little under my target. That's a little under my target. But it was a warm up, and it was worth it, because I took time to speak to you guys. And like I said, we're building back up. We are building back up, baby. But I can show you how, so feel free to ask questions, drop questions, whatever. But yeah. All right, let's get it. I got an hour of cardio today. Oh crap, that's why I got off the camera. That's why I got off the bike. Like I said, day one, cardio session 1 with y'all, cardio streaming session 1 with you guys. I want y'all to be able to see, at least like when I take my breaks or when I'm leaning back, so y'all can see everything. We're gonna move our bodies. Let's get it. I'm just hiking up the resistance here. I messed up before I get really into it. I said that 120, that's where I was at 11 minutes. It's under my target, but I was warming up. I didn't have my resistance up at all. It would be under my target if my goal was 10 minutes. If my cardio goal is 10 minutes, if you say, all right, after I'm done lifting, or today I want to get up and I want to start cardio, I want to start my cardio journey, or I want to start my cardiovascular health journey, or improving it with 10 minutes of cardio, starting with 10 minutes of cardio, and you've already worked your way up from 5 minutes, et cetera, and now you're actually focusing on the calorie burn part. It's mental. It's all mental. So don't immediately jump into the calorie burn part or focusing on that. I'm gonna be very careful and very explicit when I express that, when I articulate that. If you haven't done cardio, if you haven't worked out in a while, like I said, if you haven't trained ever, and you just want to improve your cardiovascular health, because that's where it starts, and let's just say you want to start your journey, and you want to start with 5 minutes, just start with 5 minutes. Don't focus on the calories. Don't focus on anything. Focus on that time that you set. Focus on the goal you set. The goal was 5 minutes. On Monday, start on Sunday. Start with 5 minutes on Sunday. Then do 10 minutes on Tuesday. Don't focus on the calories until, I would say, a week in. And once you hit that week in, by then you're more than likely at 15 to 20 minutes of cardio. Being able to do 15, you've conditioned yourself and work your way up to at least 20 minutes. And now you can start to make that 20 minutes count. If you have a certain physique goal or calorie burn goal. Myself, I'm so conditioned and programmed to focus on calories, but that's where I am in my journey. I didn't always start there. I wasn't always there. I didn't start there. But there's levels. The most important thing is to do what you said you were going to do. Be intentional and move your body. So if you said, all right, I want to improve my cardiovascular health, which is what you want to do anyways. You want to make sure that nitric oxide is pumping all up and through your body. That your blood is good. The blood that you're moving around is good. It's oxidated. It's doing what it needs to do. We can get into all of that as well. I'll bring the facts. Y'all can chat GPT, Google everything it is that I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Sorry if my voice is becoming distorted. I'm starting to feel it. We got 17 minutes and we're gonna hike the resistance up, but not all the way up. But yeah, one day at a time, 1% better. Y'all want formulas? Let me know. But it works. Also, if you are a little bit more advanced in your cardiovascular health journey or cardio or training and things like that, and you are at the stage where you want to make your cardio count. Let's just say you do 30 minutes cardio. And you're like, oh, I don't see anything happening. Nothing's happening. All right, 30 minutes of cardio is good. At 30 minutes of cardio, you're starting to tap into fat burn. You're really burning fat though at 35 minutes and up. You don't start burning fat during cardio until you hit about 35 minutes. So 30 minutes is good. 30 minutes is great. It's excellent. That keeps you in shape depending on how often you do your cardio, how often you exercise, how often you dedicate, your time to working out and getting in shape, improving your health, improving your fitness. 30 minutes is great. 30 minutes is awesome. It's all about what you decide to do during that 30 minutes. But 30 minutes is the minimum. The minimum at what you need to be doing to start tapping into fat burning. 35 minutes, at 35 minutes, you'll be able to feel a difference. So we got the time down. Now we need to get the calorie burn down. When you're doing this 30 minutes of cardio, what are you doing? Are you focusing on your heart rate? Are you focusing on a calorie burn? 30 minutes of cardio, 35 minutes of cardio, you want to make that count. That's time. That's a whole block of time. You could be doing anything with your life, honestly. So you want to make it count. And at 30 minutes of cardio, you want to have burned at least 350 calories to 400 calories. And that's just, we'll go beginner, intermediate, advanced. Or we'll go beginner, intermediate, healthy, and then advanced. Because there's levels to this, for real. It really is. So beginner, at 30 minutes, you're probably burning 250 to 300. And that's still good at 30 minutes. But anything below 300 as a beginner, like I said, you're a beginner. That's at the beginning stages. But you want to be climbing up to 300 as a beginner, doing 30 minutes. Now, as intermediate, you're doing 30 minutes of cardio, you'd be burning 300 to 350 calories for intermediate, which is good. You're right on the money. You are right on the money, and that's really good. You are working. You are freaking working. Now, healthy. At 30 minutes, you are burning at least 350 calories to 400 calories. And you are working. And that's good. You are tapping into that fat burning. You're tapping into those fast twitch muscles. And now at advanced, at 30 minutes of cardio, you're burning at least 400 calories. That means you're burning, yeah. I want to make sure my formulas are right. I don't want to get y'all mixed up with mine. And I'll give y'all more of my background and why I'm able to say this. Because I used to have all of this. I need to break out. I need to look for my old little notebooks and everything because I save everything. My notebooks anyways. Journals. My journals. So, yes. At advanced, at 30 minutes of cardio, you're burning at least 400 calories. And that means you out of there. You are looking to burn fat. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I won't be so loopy, or not loopy, but kind of thrown off or disoriented during my next stream, and I'll break everything down for you guys. But hopefully that makes sense. It's really, really simple. I break it down that way because it keeps it very, very simple. That's how I used to break it down for my clients, and they would just get it done. And they would see results. So, as a research scientist now, or as a research student, future research scientist, I need to be able to break things down a little bit more explicitly and expand on the knowledge. So I'll do that for you guys during the next stream. But I know my team will chop up these formulas and make sure that it makes sense in between all of this hard breathing. But yeah, and I also have YouTube in the back of my, or in my ear as well. I'm listening to a playlist. But yeah, so we are at 24 or 25 minutes right now. And we're at 270 for calories. So if you want to increase your cardio time by 5 minutes, then your formula can be adjusted for calories based on that. Your formula for calories burn can be adjusted based on that. So for me, and I'll just tell y'all, I'll say back in the day. It's not really back in the day. Cardio is conditioning. If you've been training for a minute, you know, it takes a minute to really build up that conditioning, but once your body has been exposed to it, that's when muscle memory, what you call muscle memory kicks in. And your body's like, oh, okay, you're moving me again. We're doing the things we used to do. You know, we're back in action. So for me, at 25 minutes, I would want to be at 300 calories burned. At my healthy level. So we're gonna get there. And I'll show my work to you guys. I'll show you guys the odometer. I'll show you guys the strain. It's a simple bike. It's a Schwinn. So I'll show y'all the little digital stream. So the numbers don't lie. I can't make it up. It's a live stream. So I welcome the challenge to get back to the healthy level. And once you've reached the healthy level, you can only get up to that dance level. You'll keep going. You'll want to keep going. Your body will want to keep going. But that's a healthy body. But make no mistake, it doesn't get easier. Your body's just going to be able to easily do things that it couldn't easily do before. But your body will always be welcoming a challenge. Another challenge. That's how you get stronger. So you start off with 5 pounds, lifting 5 pounds, or just squatting body weight. And then you start squatting with just the bar. And you start adding weight to the bar. The last stage gets easier. The last level gets easier. But there's always a mountain to climb. In all journeys, if you're trying to get better, if you're trying to do better, if you're trying to stop cursing, something as, you know, some minutia, something like that. I was about to say S-H-I-T. Something as minute as that. Maybe you want to start using biblical curse words instead of the harder ones. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just start using your vocabulary. Inserting that vocabulary instead of, you know, swearing or the profanity. So anything it is that you're trying to do, don't feel like you got to get it all done in a day. There's no reason to rush. Focus more on the journey towards the goal. The journey on the path towards the goal. All the mistakes where you might feel like you've taken 12 steps forward and then you're feeling great and then you get knocked 3 steps back. That's going to happen on that journey. That happens on the journey. but you have a goal. So you stay focused on that. So if it's 1% on Tuesday and you're able to give 50% on Friday and give 100% on Sunday, just do it and keep moving forward. That's what my channel is about. That's what Another Boring Meal is about. And yeah, everybody has their personal goals. Everyone has to start somewhere. If you're one of those people that's judging folks for trying, you're weird. We don't respect weird stuff. We don't respect that weird, we don't respect weird behavior at all. I'm screaming. So yeah. Clap for the person that you see trying, and then you need to go try something, because I'm pretty sure we all stay up at night thinking of things that we could be doing or want to do, wish we could do, want to try. We're scared, we feel timid, we're fearful, we're anxious. Just do it. Just live your life. People gonna stare. They'll talk about you regardless. They don't matter. Doesn't even matter. Do what you gotta do. Focus on what you have to focus on. And let that be that. We have hit 30 minutes, y'all. You're tuning in, thank you. I hope you're getting after what it is that you need to be getting after on this Sunday morning. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. But if you're not feeling that healthy, you're feeling sluggish, that's why we're here. Let's get up, let's get in shape. Let's get our bodies moving. Let's do what we said we were gonna do. We said we're gonna get up on Sunday, we're gonna go to Costco, we're gonna go to Publix, or we're gonna go to whatever grocery store, the farmer's market, and we're gonna shop so that we can start, meal prepping. Sorry, I got a message. So that we can start meal prepping. So guess what? We need to be getting up and we need to be doing that. We said we're gonna get up on Sunday, we're gonna go do some cardio. We said we're gonna get up on Sunday and we're gonna go work out. We need to get up and do that. Everybody deserves 30 minutes to themselves. Everybody deserves 20 minutes to an hour to themselves every day. I don't care if you're a parent, I don't care what job you work, whatever. Especially if, you're working for someone. Raise your hand if you work for someone. You work a 9 to 5. Yeah. Something happened to me, God forbid, they're gonna replace me. They're gonna be looking for a replacement. I love my job. I love my team. I love the people that I work with. They're awesome, but that's just the nature of the business. And that's life. It's gonna keep moving. So while you're on this earth, think about what you want for your life or how you want to live your life. We're always in a rush, and that's not a good way to be. We're always doing everything for everyone, and that's not a good way to just live life. It's okay to come back to self, do something for self. You know what? For 20 minutes today, I just want to sit in silence. Sit in silence. Do that. You have the right to set up a system that allows you to do that. It doesn't matter if you have kids, pets, whatever. And mind you, I'm preaching to the choir, but this is how I talk to myself, honestly. So whether you're listening or not, or anyone's watching or not, this is how I talk to myself. This is how I get through my cardio, my long cardio sessions. But yeah, if you're gonna be in a rush to love on yourself. Be in a rush to do the things you said you were gonna do for yourself. And everything else will align, I promise. That brain fog will disappear. That anxiety will disappear. The anger will disappear. The irritation will disappear. The triggers will disappear. Because you've taken some time to dedicate to yourself, to center yourself, to ground yourself, to give yourself something. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everything will be okay. Unless it is a true emergency, and you need to determine what is an emergency. You decide what an emergency looks like. You define what an emergency is. Everyone's emergency isn't your emergency. And I had to tell myself that, like I said, preaching to myself. I had to tell myself that. I remember a few years ago, starting this journey that I've been on, and I think I've been starting it since I got out of the military. I had a military 6 years ago. Separated from the military 6 years ago. And I started this journey. But I really, really, really became intentional, I think, 3 years ago. 3. Because it takes some time to adjust, depending on how long you were in. But honestly, the military itself is how do I want to put this? The environment can be totalizing. An environment, an institution such as the military can be very totalizing. So it takes some time to adjust. I served for 10 years. So it took some time for me to adjust. It took some time for me to decide where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, all those things. I didn't go into the same field I was in while I served. I was a military police. I wanted to transition into business administration. So pursuing, or completing my bachelor's, completing my master's, and now pursuing my DBA, I wouldn't say it took time to get on that path, but everything else, like family, relationships, emotions, PTSD, that is a real thing. The cognitive rigidity, just the schedules and systems you get used to while being in the military. You need time to navigate that if you are a veteran. So shout out to all my veterans. Respect to all my veterans, salute to all my veterans. You need time to transition through all of that and figure out what's next for you. While you're in the military, like I said, the cognitive rigidity, just a whole different way of life that you live while in the military, different securities, and different binaries, and things that you just don't have to worry about. I would say in the military, there are more automations, but as a civilian, there's more autonomy. So in the military, there are more things that are automated for you, like healthcare, things you simply just don't have to worry about. You just focus on the mission. But transitioning into civilian life, and for me, I would hear people say, going back to civilian life when they're separating. I never had a civilian life. I went into the military at the age of 19. So civilian life is all new to me. And so all this autonomy, I was like, I could do this, I can do that, I can, you kind of circle the drain just a little bit. But all the while, I definitely wanted to take advantage of the benefits that came with, my time served, and I pursued my education, supported by myself, to try to, I guess, hone in on a path or a career or what have you. I went through so many different stages, and I'll be as transparent as I possibly can, as transparent as I'm comfortable with being, I guess. I don't know, y'all don't know me, so whatever. Oh, by the way, we're at 40 minutes, and I've been chatting with y'all, and I'm feeling good. So we're at 450 calories burned, which is good. So what I said that was 40 minutes would be 40 minutes at 450. What stage is that? What is that, intermediate? So we're climbing up to healthy. Yeah. I'm feeling healthy. I guess we're healthy. We will finalize this formula because I want y'all to follow it, and I want y'all to let me know if it works. I don't know. Whoever watches this, if you're on any kind of journey, I don't care if it's to start a business, start a YouTube channel, I don't know, start a hobby. Like, I just got into aquariums. I know I done jumped from topic to topic to topic. We'll go back to the military. But I definitely said I would do an hour, and then I gotta hop off because I have an appointment. So I just wanna catch up and chat. I didn't know I would be yapping like this. I just knew I was gonna be silent, but whatever. This is streaming life, I guess. But yeah, so I'm originally from Florida. I'm from Miami specifically, so of course I'm into aquariums. I love fish, aqua life, aquatic nature. So yeah, start that hobby. You want to paint? You want to write poems? You want to sing? You want to dance? Do you have moves? I knew growing up, I was a kid that would just dance in a room by myself with my music on in front of the mirror for hours. But I don't know. That was stimulating to me. It was peaceful to me. And to this day, I still do it. So never lose your childlike self, that whimsical side of you, your childlike nature, to just want to do things that make you happy, that just make you happy. Do it. Life is too short to not do the things you want to do, or to be hung up on what you think others are going to say. You aren't doing anything unlawful, or super duper questionable or mentionable. Live your life. People gonna judge you and talk about you, like I said. But yeah, so all of that. And I guess I'll review this, or my awesome team, Sarah and them, Anthony and them, Sabat and them, they'll chop this up, and I'll be able to pick up on the topics. But yes, so I was in the military, 10 years, had to transition, had to really navigate through all the emotion that comes with a whole new world that you're being exposed to. everything that comes with, like I said, family, relationships, finances, logistics, just location, like just where you want to be, all those things. You're just figuring it out all over again. If you join the military at a young age, like I did. So yes, so the journey that I'm on now, and I guess you would call it a journey, to just sum it up. Or where I am in life versus where I started was about 3 years ago, where I really started to be intentional. And that was rough. That was rough. I would say that was pretty rough. In the beginning, when you're starting to feel that pull, or I guess your frontal cortex, or your frontal lobe starting to form, or things are just starting to shift for you. You're growing, you're starting to change, you're outgrowing, you're unlearning, you're relearning, you're learning, you're detoxing, you're learning new things, you're data dumping you're data dumping old things. Like, so many different things are happening. It's just depending on what's going on in your life, as you're transitioning. We're at 45 minutes, we're at 500 calories burned, by the way. 45 minutes, 500 calories burned. It's just rough. Your friends don't understand, so-called friends. You're not aligned with a lot of the things you used to be aligned with. And it's just feeling odd because you're still trying to stick to that. You're afraid to let go of what you've been holding on to for so long. You're afraid to let go of what you were used to, the norm, what felt comfortable. But it's time to let go. That's just the energy. Your energy is pulling you into a whole new direction because you're evolving. And evolution is going to happen. Unless you want to stay the same. And you either evolve or you stay the same. And so that's where that rough phase kind of happens. Because you're questioning everything. You're questioning yourself. You're questioning, am I doing this right? Am I being too rigid? Am I, overthinking this? I'm feeling motivated, but why am I scared? Why am I feeling anxious? That anxiety is because you haven't moved. You haven't taken a step. It's because it keeps you up at night. You can't stop thinking about it, and you haven't acted on it yet. Because you're hung up on something. You have distractions. You have family. You have relationships. You have, your work. You have kids. You have, it might be financial restraints. It might be time restraints, scheduling restraints. But that's why I say systems are what you set up. Your systems for yourself to get the most out of your life. Our jobs may take a lot out of us. Kids might take a lot out of us. Spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever situations might take a lot out of us. Goals, aspirations, planning, all those things might take a lot out of us. Traveling, whatever it is that you do, it might take a lot out of you, but that's why you build systems, so that you can get the most out of your life, so that you can make it a little easier on yourself. Life is hard for everyone. I don't care what your social status is. I do not care what your social status is. Life is going to life for everyone. I don't care what y'all see on social media, whatever. People will share what they want to share. And that's their right. But we should all know life will life. And the key to it, I feel like, is continuing to move forward, even when life is lifing, finding something good to hold on to, having something to look forward to. Because tomorrow, God willing, is tomorrow. You have to just keep moving forward. I don't forgot my train of thought because I'm like training and stuff. I done said a whole bunch of stuff, I feel like. But we are down to 10 minutes and we are at 550 calories. We are at 50 minutes. We're at 49 minutes. We're at 49 minutes. Get my minute back. We're at 49 minutes, 550 calories. And that's good. For me, because we haven't hit 50 calories, or we haven't hit 50 minutes yet, but we're already over 500 calories. So, if I wanted to hike the resistance up, hike my performance up, and then we'll hit at least 650 at 60 minutes. But then I have to stop talking to y'all and really get into it. So, I guess I'll finish my thoughts. But yeah, so just becoming intentional. I started, like I said, I lost friends. I felt like I was going in and out of like, I don't know. I guess finding, I think at that point, things were finally starting to stabilize for me outside of the military. Like stabilize. And I don't mean just like financially, I just mean like with where it is that I want it to be. And the things that I wanted to pursue, the career I wanted to pursue. Yeah, about 3.5 years ago, now I'm really thinking about the details. 3.5 years ago. And so, where I am now, things are a lot more clear. I'm here, thank God. I thank God for the growth. I thank God for the past, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. And I thank God for the understanding and the respect for the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows. Because you have to respect that. That's nature, that's energy, that's life, and you have to just respect it. But you can't be defeated by it, can't get knocked down by it. And if you get knocked down, you don't have to stay down. You hit rock bottom. If you hit rock bottom, that is literally the universe. That is God handing you a new trade line of credit. A new credit line. A new trade line. My uncle gonna correct me on this. He's the economist of the family. Shout out to my uncle. Love you, uncle. Shout out to Uncle James. But yeah. That's the universe handing you a new trade line, a new credit line, if you hit rock bottom. Because the only direction from rock bottom is up. So you can get knocked down. You don't have to stay down. 6 years ago, I will honestly say, I felt like, oh, this feels like rock bottom. Rock bottom looks different for everyone. Rock bottom isn't necessarily financially related, or rock bottom isn't necessarily related to financial stress or anything fiduciary. Rock bottom could be, a loss of a partner, a loss of a family, any type of dramatic shift or structural change in your life. transition in your life that isn't favorable, it can look different for everyone. I'm trying to find my words. Make sure I don't say nothing crazy on this live, on this stream. But I hope y'all are understanding and you're able to read between the lines, I guess. But it can look different for everyone. And I will say, I went through different phases, went through different chapters, went through different cycles. And tomorrow is tomorrow, but I could say where I am now, I've been through my journey and I'm able to identify patterns. I'm able to recognize, you know, when I'm allowing something to absorb the best of me, or when I'm absorbing too much of something I don't need to be taken on, or when I become distracted, or when I'm overwhelmed, or when I'm simply tired, giving myself the grace to just rest, right? You learn how to do that, and it's not you giving up or slowing down at all. You're just building better systems for longevity. These systems that I talk about, they're for your longevity. They're for your personal longevity, your internal longevity. Whatever that looks like for you. That's just like if you are squatting, if you're training, you want to make sure that you are going to physical therapy. I don't think you should start physical therapy once you've got an injury. Yes, it's great post-injury, but I think that you should, you know, schedule a physical therapy appointment as you're training to fortify yourself, to fortify your longevity, to make sure that you are performing the right moves, and your posture is right, your form is right, everything like that, to avoid injuries. We don't want to just be reactive, we want to be proactive. And that's what systems are for. But that comes with life lived, that comes with experiences. So don't beat yourself up if you made a mistake, said the wrong thing, did the wrong thing, overdid something, underdid something. You started something and you feel like you failed. You started something and you gave up on it and you feel like there's no point in trying again, but you can't stop thinking about it. Get up, get into it, and try it again. You aren't the same person you were 6 months ago. You aren't the same person you were 3 months ago. You aren't the same person you were freaking last week. I don't know. Maybe that's a reach. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to stay in the same position. Because, says who? Who says you have to stay down if you got knocked down? Who says you have to stay at rock bottom if you hit rock bottom? That should ignite you. That should motivate you. That's when you start planning, because you got to get up out of there. Otherwise, you stay. You evolve or you stay the same. I said all that to say, get up, start today. This is I don't want to say a random Sunday, because for me, every day is intentional. God woke me up today, and God woke you up today. It is March 15th. It's the middle of the month. I feel like that's a good day to start a Sunday, March 15th, to just start doing the things that you said you were going to do for yourself, being good to yourself, rushing to love yourself. You said you want to take 15 minutes today to just brew you some tea and just sit back and relax and daydream. Do that, babe, sir, or ma'am. Brew your tea, have your cup of tea, sit there in silence, or listen to some background music or, meditation music or whatever for 15 minutes. If that's all you want today on Sunday, because you got a whole bunch of other things to do. And if you're tired, I get it. We all live different lives, work different shifts, do different things. We have different dynamics. But at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And you have to think about it. If something would happen to you today, would the world continue to go on? How would the world continue? It's gonna go on. So be kind to yourself. We are at 59 minutes. We are at 680 calories burned. Woo woo. 59, we're at 59 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm gonna show you the time. I'm gonna take the phone down. Thank y'all so much for whoever tuned in and listened. Hopefully God, or I know God was listening. I know the universe is listening. Life is complicated and life is gonna be hard and it's just gonna be life, but build those systems so that you're making sure that you're taking care of you. We just hit an hour, y'all, on the cycle bike. I've probably been on for more than an hour on live because we had to let my watch charge. I thought it was charging. I just feel so naked without my watch, but we stretched and we warmed up, so we're good. This is cardio 1. It was successful. We're gonna hit that 700 on the dot. We are at 690. We're about to hit 700 calories burned in an hour. That's awesome. That's amazing. God is good. If you've traveled and you've been places and you've seen things, do you know the first thing you do is wake up with humility and just thankful for everything it is that you have. I've been places where people have an abundance. I've been places where my bike is sounding crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We just hit 700 calories, y'all. We'll keep going. I've seen all kinds of things. And so, just that kind of exposure, I think, it really helped in grounding myself. Because I just feel like my view of the world, my perception of things, my knowledge, things that I've learned, it just helped me, I don't know, get closer to myself. It helped me navigate my transition out of the military, out of the Navy, and I'm very, very thankful for it. And where I am today, I know for a fact just getting 1% better every day, setting out to get 1% better every day is a game changer. Speed matters in some instances, not gonna lie, but consistency kills all, trumps all. No pun intended. Maybe. Consistency will take you further than anything else, any gimmick, any trend. Just 1% better every single day. Your 1%, I feel like 1% is a metaphor. It can be figurative, or not a metaphor, sorry. I feel like 1% is, it can be figurative or literally. Your 1% might look like 10% to the next person, or 30% to the next person, or 5% to the next person, or it just might be 1%. but you can't get any lower than that. So it's gonna add up. Yeah. Like I said, y'all, I'm preaching to myself, but I feel like I've gotten some folks in here and I'm seeing some stuff on my screen. Y'all are a little ways away. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. And rocking with me and helping me reach my goal. Now I gotta go hurry up, shower, and get ready to knock out my other goals. One's a treat, one's a goal. So get my nails done, get my feet done, and I'm gonna edit my research paper. And focus there so I'm not babbling in my research paper. I wanna make sure my voice is clear. But yeah, I'm super duper excited about moving forward. I'm excited about life in general. It'll storm, but storms don't last forever. The sun will shine, the sun, the clouds will still come in. It's just life. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Oh, I'm not gonna start singing. I am not a singer. I'm just happy that I hit my goal. Be intentional, y'all. Forget what other people are talking about. Forget what other people think. It shouldn't even matter. People shouldn't be thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, live your life. Take your life back. I feel like so much of our society has really fallen into, I don't know, it's this black hole of, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I myself am a naturally private person. However, I never felt pressured to share more than I needed to online. There's a way to social media. So if you are a creator and you just want to share your art, share the art. There is a community for everyone, everywhere. God is not that cruel. God isn't cruel at all, but I'm going to be, God isn't cruel. There's a community for everyone. So if your goal is to, just share your art, not for anything other than wanting to just express yourself and express your art, there's nothing wrong with that. You're an artist. Of course you would like to express that. It's nothing more, it's all about your art. And if you focus on that, that makes it so much easier. I feel like some folks get distracted by everything else that's going on, and those lines can get blurred between what's real and what's not. Stay focused on what your goal is. And if your goal is to just express your art, express yourself, then do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Get out and travel. Trust. It'll inspire you. Everyone is creative. Every single person. Everyone has that in them. Everybody. I don't like when someone says, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not like you, or I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at that. Whole time I'm looking at them like, oh my goodness, this person's so cool, and they can do this, or I've already, analyzed and diagnosed five different things that they're actually gathered data on, 5 different things that they're already good at, or that I admire about them. Don't be afraid to, sorry, I feel like my mouth is dry. Don't feed into that energy when someone is trying to defend themselves in that way or using defense mechanisms. Because there's something creative, special, positive about everyone. Some of us choose to do more negative things than positive things, but we're not getting into that. What I'm saying is find what's positive inside of you. Find what lights you up, what wakes you up, what excites you. Money doesn't always have to be involved. Money will come and go. I know that's always a topic, but we'll touch on it. We're not gonna. Money will come and go. And money to me is an energy. It is. It is an energy. I can tell you about my life and why I believe that, but I mean, I don't really feel the need to, unless you wanted me to explain, y'all could just let me know, but money is an energy, so that'll come and go. You have to find what keeps you alive. If the money wasn't there, or if money wasn't an issue, and that's why I say it doesn't matter what your social class is. The difference between someone making $50,000 and $500,000, their happiness, and mind you, we'll have to adjust that based on today's index, right? Financial index. There isn't much difference as far as happiness. Some folks have it all on paper, the finances, everything, but there's still something, there's still something. You could still totally not be, you could still not have what you want. You could still not have happiness. You could still be afraid to really be yourself and express yourself. And I get it, this world is crazy, this world is cruel, and it just feels like it's getting crazier and even more cruel. But y'all gotta be able to navigate through all that noise, find yourself, ground yourself, love on yourself, and turn all that down. Get all that out of the way. Because that's gonna be there whether you're here or not. Whether you are on this earth, living, breathing, or not. Focus on yourself and what it is that you want to do and what it is that you want out of life. Me, I can't wait to get off this bike as I'm still pedaling, right? I get caught up on the calorie burn, and I'm just actually loving this little streaming vibe. I'm looking forward to just kind of nurturing my my little aquarium that I set up, and I'm getting ready to set up another as I'm learning and doing more research on what makes them flourish and keeps the water healthy, pH levels, and all the science and nerdy stuff behind all that stuff. But I can't wait to do that. You know, I can't wait to finish up here, go shower, get my nails done, get through my research editing, dedicate time to that, because we got to take care of business. We have to set up our systems. If you have homework or you need to study for something, or you got bills to pay, or you got administrative stuff to do, whatever. You gotta read, you said you were gonna read, you said you're gonna read the Bible, you said you're gonna do research, you said you were gonna do whatever. That boring thing, do that first. Set an hour, set a timer. Shout out to Destiny, oh sorry. We're gonna call her DJ. Shout out to DJ. She's the one that put me on to setting a timer. She suggested that I set a timer while I'm doing any of my research work or my homework, because you get into it and you just get burnt out and you get it done and you ace it, but the brain power and the time that it takes, you know, it can drain you and you don't even want to do it. For me, it was like, I would work myself up and put everything into my work for hours, or, you know, I wouldn't take any breaks like a crazy person. And then I'd just be burnt out, not wanting to look at the assignment or read or anything for days. And I'm like, this is not good. That's not good. And yeah, she shared that tip with me, and it's changed so much. Mind you, I set timers for everything all over the place. And for the homework, I don't know, I just got into the zone, like get it done, get it done, get it done. But like I said, we set ourselves up and we become rigid within ourselves. We create our own cognitive rigidity. We are responsible for that. And you're responsible for realizing, you know, the things, your habits and things that you might need to change and systems you might need to change about yourself or within yourself to improve your life. So yeah, setting a timer, depending on the assignment, and dedicating that time has helped out so much. And I get so much done. And I'm able to move on to the next evolution of my day. So shout out to DJ. She's a dope ass girl, pretty gorgeous girl, super duper smart. She's on her own journey. She's a student as well. She's pursuing her own research journey as well, DBA journey. So shout out to all my friends that are in school right now, pursuing degrees, pursuing certificates, pursuing businesses, licenses, contracting bids, all the things. Shout out to all you guys. I love the energy. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. Seriously, I love you all, and I just appreciate the love. Mind you, now I'm actually talking to any of my friends and any of my circle that actually see this. But yeah, I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support that you've ever shown me. So yeah, and I hope that you all are doing great on this Sunday if y'all see this video. Or whenever you see this video. These videos are timeless. So if you see it, you're meant to see it, but yeah. Yeah, I just hope everyone's doing good. So we're about to hop up off this thing, and I'm about to show y'all the calories burned. I could keep going, but I gotta get up out of here. But just for the sake of numbers and for the sake of motivation, and practicing what I preach, I want to show you guys, and I want to share it with whoever's watching this. I know I be on YouTube. I find videos that were made like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 3 years ago, and they are helpful today. They are relevant today. They're valuable to me today. So whoever sees this, I hope this motivates you, as I'm always motivated and inspired every day. That's what this space is for. So like I said, We don't entertain nothing weird around here. Keep all the weird energy to yourself. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. We're about to break 900 calories, y'all. We're about to break 900 calories. I'm about to show y'all. We hit it. 900 calories in under 80 minutes. Whew. Mind you, I wasn't even all the way turned up like that. But this is the time that we spent. So, we not lying. This is the calories burned right here. Hold on. Hopefully y'all can see it. Yep, 900 calories. Let me put the light on it so y'all can see. Y'all see the calories? Yep, 900. All right, y'all. Have a good Sunday. I'll see y'all tomorrow.